Yes. Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear? Fine. So in the last demo, just we had a session, introductory session in Python. So in that we have discussed about why Python, and so I can define Python in 5 lines. So general purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop today using Python, the automation applications, web applications. Just I'll take 5 minutes what we have discussed in the previous introductory session. General purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop, like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, networking applications, desktop applications, right? So wide varieties of applications. Because of it, we call it as general purpose programming. It has got multi-programming features. It has got multi-programming features. It is a high-level language. It is a high-level language. It is an interpreted language, user-friendly programming language. So multi-programming, what all the programming features we see in different other programmings, all the features you see in Python. And it's a high-level language. High-level language means easily understandable. It's easily understandable. It's portable and can run all the hardware and all the operating system. It is an interpreted language. Python is what? An interpreted language. Interpretation means line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements. Okay. Two types of languages, low level and high level. Python is a high level language. Talk about low level, like assembly level or machine level languages. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They're machine dependent. They're machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. But high level languages like Python, they are human understandable. They are portable. They are machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Python has got multi-programming features. What programming features Python has got? Like procedural oriented programming like C language, object oriented programming like C++, Java, scripting features like shell script, modular programming features like Modular 3, modular programming features like Modular 3, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments. So because of this multiple programming features, Python has got a great boom today, because of which we call Python as a hybrid language, just like C, C++, Java, and my Modular 3, we can develop different varieties of applications. Once again, I repeat, for learning Python, no need to have the knowledge of, there's no prerequisites that you need to have knowledge on C or C++, Java. No, without zero programming, we can update with Python. So as part of our course, we'll be discussing procedural oriented with Python, object-oriented programming with Python, scripting, and modular programming with Python, from the ground level to the advanced level, right? And because of this modular programming, today Python has got a great boom, thousands of modules, 89,300 modules for every environment, for every domain. It has got the modules. If from any environment, means if you're from data science, Python has got separate modules providing towards data science environment, like NumPy, CP, Pandas, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, even for big data like PySpark, Spark with Python, right? And testing for networking, for operating system. The name of the model itself is OS. For each and every database, Python is providing module. For Oracle, CX Python providing CX underscore Oracle module. For MySQL, it is providing PyMySQL. For SQL Server, PyODBC is providing like PyODBC. For Excel, each for okay, for each and every database, it is providing a module using which Python can easily connect. Python can easily connect with any database. And also for each and every file format, Python is providing a module for Excel files, CSV files, for JSON files, XML files, PDF files. So Python has got modules with which we can easily create these files. We can write data, we can read data from this. I can create an Excel file by writing Python code. I can create some PDF files. I can create JSON files. I can create CSV files by writing Python code and using these modules. After creating these files, I can write a data. I can read data from the already existing ones. And for mathematical operations, math module for statistical operations. And for generating graphs, any type of graphs we can generate today by using Python. Normal graphs, bar graphs, histograms, scatter plots, stack plots, all this, right? Python real-time applications. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing web applications. Lot of web applications are getting developed today by using frameworks like Django framework. At a rapid speed, you can develop web application with very less code, with simple syntaxes. That's got a database like SQLite 3. Django has got its own database like SQLite 3. It has got its own application server. Yes. And for automation applications, using technologies like data science, IoT, DevOps, for all this, the implementation goes in Python, the coding in Python, especially if you talk data science, total machine learning or deep learning or AI, everything, right? For this, we need to implement or we code using a language like Python, where Python has got many modules for this, like NumPy for numerical analysis, Pandas, Matplotlib for plottings, visualizations, CP, skip-kitlan. So many Python is providing many models for this data analysis, data predictions. Even for big data, right? Today, like huge data is getting generated everywhere. Every application is generating huge data, not even GBs or TBs. Beyond that, we have got petabytes. 1 petabyte, 1024 TBs. So for handling this huge data, we have got like big data tools available like Hadoop, Spark, big data tools like Hadoop and Spark available. For Spark, for Hadoop and Spark, especially Spark implemented using Python. Spark implemented using Python, we call like PySpark. For scientific applications, we are using CP, scientific Python. For numerical analysis, we have got NumPy. For graphical user interface or for animation, TK-Inter or PyQt is the module. For gaming or game development, for single user, multi-user online games, Python is providing separate frameworks like Pygame, PyCore, some 3D rendering libraries like PySoy for 3D games. For scheduling tasks, Python is providing Airflow, scheduling tasks at a particular time. For testing or for test cases, and for business applications, Python Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce websites. For network application, not only modules, separate framework like Twisted Python, Python is providing. For database application where Python can connect with any database. For web scraping, for extracting data from different websites, harvesting data from different websites. We have got models like URL BS4. For audio and video applications, many audio and video applications already developed by using Python. As part of the course, people who go for Python full stack, I'll be showing you some audio video kind of applications. CAD applications, 3D CAD or 3D CAD applications, right? Python, right? Python is used. What modules for it? For embedded applications, the most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. For computer visions, there are many projects done with this, like color detection, face detection, and object detections using Python. For data analysis, predictions, analysis using Python. And robotics with Python, right, has got huge packages. People who knows like robotics with Python. Desktop applications, single user online applications. And who are using Python? Topmost applications built using Python. Google is one of the best example of Python web application. The Google web crawling is written first in Java. It was rewritten in Python. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Instagram built using Python. The prime reason for Instagram to choose Python. Prime reason for Instagram to choose Python is Python practicality and hybrid features. Even NASA using Python for its research and development activities. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, these are the applications developed built using Python. Netflix using Python. Netflix is using Python. So today, like Netflix using Python for its security automation and subscription related things. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, they are using Python. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python. BitTorrent using Python. iRobot for military and commercial operations, Python is preferred. For hardware testing, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they are using Python for hardware testing purpose, right? So these are the many applications built using Python and the companies using Python today. And reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. What are the reasons which makes it suddenly super popular? It was introduced 30 years ago. Why all of a sudden Python has got great boom? Reasons which makes it super popular. Most of the programmers and developers are attracted towards Python because of its very less coding, not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programming languages. Simple syntax is given by Python. Interactive mode. Simple syntaxes means the syntaxes looks like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programmings. Interactive mode given by Python. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. This kind of interaction you won't see in other programming languages. Especially for the beginners and developers, this is the one of the best one, right? Interacting with Python. Statement by statement. Multi-programming features. Python has got multiple programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings, all those we see in Python. Wide varieties of applications. Just now I discussed different types of applications and many built-in libraries. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments, right? Yes. So just people if from non-programming or zero programming, right? And just check Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming. Coding wise, length wise, and complexity wise, you can check how simple the Python statements. I'll take a task and I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages. You can check coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, right? How simple the Python statements. Okay, task. Accepting two values. Accepting two values from the user keyboard. And performing addition. Accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition. First, I'll write two major programming languages like Java and Python. So first I'll write using Java, later I'll write using Python. You can just check it, right? Python and Java coding. Not even one-fourth coding, I said. And that's so simple syntaxes. So if you've got a knowledge in Java, you can just check with the following code. I'll just take 2 minutes in showing you that execution in both Java and Python. You can compare, you can check. So for Java, import java.io.star class sample in public static void main. Public static void main string aux. Throws IO exception. Input stream reader ISR equal to system.in buffered reader BR new buffered reader ISR right. System.out.println enter the first number, whatever number you are entering, right? Taken as string format, string s1 equal to br.readline. Later I need to convert to integer dot parseInt. System.out.println br.readline integer.parseInt of s1. So it's the same thing. I'll copy it for the same. Enter the second number, string s2 br.readline integer.parseInt of s2. System.out.println okay. System.out.println enter the first number converting to integer, enter the second number converting to integer, right? Yes. System.out.println I plus j. Okay, just I'll copy this to a separate notepad and just I'll show you the execution in both Java and Python. So I'm copying to a separate notepad. We can also use scanner classes instead of this buffer reader. Yes, save it. So I'm creating a separate folder for this batch, Python 8 p.m. batch. Python 8 p.m. batch, right? Python 8 p.m. right. I'm saving it as sample.java. I'm just saving it as sample.java. Now, just at the bottom search panel, I'm typing cmd and just type cd Python 8 p.m. batch. is in that Java C sample.java. Yes. If you compile this, if any errors will display the errors, no errors here. Java sample. Yes. Enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20, the sum is 30. This is what the coding in Java. Don't know like how many of you have understood this code in Java. So for understanding this code, see this, observe the statements. Some statements looks like complex, right? Like class, what is class? You need to have some programming knowledge to understand this. So like class sample, what is public static void main, what is IO exception, what is input stream reader, what is buffer reader, what is read line integer dot parseInt, right? The statements looks little complex to understand for a non-programming person. Person without any programming skills, if he sees this code, he won't understand anything. What is class, what is public static, what is input stream reader, buffer reader, integer dot parseInt. But a Python code, if anybody sees a Python code, everybody will be able to understand without any programming knowledge, right? So you can see this code 10 to 12 lines of this. The same task I'll implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. So just I'll open this Python shell. I'll open this Python shell, right? And just I'll write the code. File, new file, right? Here I'll write this Python code. Not even 1/4 coding I said, and that too with simple statements look like normal English statements. X equal to input. Using input function, I'm inputting the value for X. Using input function, I'm inputting the value for X. Y equal to, again using input function, I am going to input the value for Y. Enter value of X, enter value of Y. Input, enter value of X, enter value of Y. Enter value of X, enter value of Y. Print X plus Y. That's it. This is the coding in Python. This is the coding in Python. Okay. So just I'll go back to this. I created a folder, right? A separate folder for this batch, Python 8 p.m. Yes, I'm saving it as test.py. I'm saving it as test.py. Run module, right? Yes. Enter value of X 10, enter value of Y 20. Sorry, just 1 second. So here, just like Java, here also, whatever you are accepting through the keyboard, it will be taken as a string. Whatever you are accepting will be taken as a string. So just you need to typecast to integer. Int of input, enter value of X. Int of input, enter value of Y. Print X plus Y. Enter value of X, input, enter value of Y. Print X plus Y. Yes. Save it. Now say run module. Now you can say whatever your enter value of X, that will be converted to integer and assigned to X. Enter value of Y, converted to integer, assigned to Y. Run module. Enter value of X 10, enter value of Y 20. Sum is 30. Value of x is 10, value of y 20, sum will be 30. So very simple code, right? Just do you see any complex word or complex statement here? Do you see any complex word or complex statement here? No, right? Run module, right? Yes. 10, 20, sum is 30. So this is what simple coding in Python. Simple coding. You won't see any complex word. They look like normal English statements. File, new file. Just observe this file, new file. Just I'll show you one more coding, right? One more coding. Just observe these Python statements, how simple they look like normal English statements. I'm taking some list of values, random values, 30, 10, 40, 20, 30. 30, 10, 40, 20, 30, 50. Sorry. So just to print this as it is, print x, if you say prints that list as it is. I want to know the number of elements, len of x, length of which list, x list, gives 5. It's 5 elements, right? 5 elements. Length is 5. Sum of x prints the sum of all the elements. If I want 30 plus 10 plus 40 plus 20 plus 50. 30 plus 10 plus 40 plus 20 plus 50, right? Sum of x, sum of all the elements, sum of all the elements, right? Yes. Min of x, min of x, len of x is 5, min sum of x is sum of all these values. Min of x is 10, min of x is 10. Print max of x. If you got 100 elements, I want the max element. Max of x is 50. Arranging all the elements in a particular order, sorted of x. Arranging all the elements in a particular order. Arranging all the elements in a particular order. Which order? Ascending order. If you want, just check this output. Test2.py, right? Run module. Ten, 20, 30, 40, 50. Ascending order. Max element 50. Min element is 10. Sum of all these values 150. Sum of all these values is 150. Minimum is 10. Max is 50. Sum of all these values. If I want in descending order, sorted of x, reverse equal to true. Sorted of x, reverse equal to true. run module. This is in ascending, this will be in descending. Okay, so understood, right? Yes, in this way. Same way, thousands of models Python is providing. Thousands of models Python is providing. Just I'll show you the importance of model. Two things you observe here: the importance of models and the Python
Excuse
coding.
me, sir.
Yes, go
One
ahead.
doubt.
Yes.
This is last statement, na? In case Java, what type of writing code? How much length is?
So in Java, just if you want to say print, just if you want to print hello, right? Just directly we'll say print hello here. In Python, directly we can say print hello. Just we can say directly. But the same, just to print, forget about the sorting. First to print hello, minimum 4 statements required. One thing,
That
yes.
is okay. It is the only 6 lines is totally limited. Example, 6 lines, 7 lines. In Java is maximum 70 lines. This is same code. Here minimum length a max.
So generally, in the same coding, if you write in Python, this whatever this 5 lines or 6 lines code, it approximately takes like 20-25 lines.
Okay, 20, 20. Thank you.
So, and generally Python codings, right? How simple. Just before I showed you one code, 12 lines of code, just we are written in 3 lines, not even 1/4 coding. 1/4 means 100 lines of Java code, I can write within 25 lines. 25 lines of Java code, just I can write with 7 to 8 lines. That much very simple coding you see in Python. That too, can you see any complex word here? Any complex word you are able to
No,
see?
no
Any
complex.
complex
It is easy.
statements, complex words or complex statements? No, right? But in if you talk about Java coding, just check it. Just observe this Java code. A lot of complex words you see: class, public static, IO exception, input stream reader, buffer. In this way you see. But Python statements look like normal English statements. For example, 5 elements are there. I want to add a new element. Okay, to which list you want to add? To the X list. What you want to append? A new element is 60. That's it. Just like English statement, to the X list, I'm appending a new value 60. Now check it. Print X, 60 gets added. 60 gets added.
Yeah. In case
Next.
performance related issue, which is best Java, it is a Python.
Frankly speaking, right, performance-based Java is better because of JVM, Java Virtual Machine. See, Python is remaining Python advantages. Any kind of applications you can develop. There is no restrictions on that. But Java has got restrictions. It can only have object-oriented programming. It doesn't have scripting or modular programming, right, or procedure-oriented. But Python has got all the features. But performance-wise, right, compared to Java, Python is slower because Python is interpretation, line by line execution happens in Python. But in Java, entire code executes at once. So everything,
Because of JVM related, is the performance is best
yes,
Java.
Java is good in that performance space. Only two advantages of Java over Python, but lot of advantages of Python over Java. Two advantages means one is performance wise, it is a little faster than Python because Python interpretation, line by line execution. Second thing is Python, what is the other limitation of Python is all kind of applications you can develop using Python except one, mobile applications. Python is very less used in mobile applications, but Java is mostly used in mobile applications. You can check it here, right? In the last class I was showing you popular coding language. In this you can see popular coding language means today you get Python only, right? Python is the popular coding language today. Here, if you see that results of some of this, Python is the number one ranked. Okay, Python is the number one ranked. Ranking wise, you can see Python is the number one ranked. Mm, rankings will be given. Check this even in our latest results, 2024, right? Python stands first. Next comes Java or JavaScript, right? Ranking wise, April 2024, 2023 to 24. And apart from this, if you see, just observe this ranking, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 10. Python has got the number 1 rank. Can you see some symbols beside that? Are you able to see some symbols beside Python? Everyone, hello.
Ah, yes, yes.
One web symbol will be there, circle. One desktop symbol will be there. One embedded symbol will be there. All that. But can you see Java? Java, you will get one more symbol called mobile symbol. Can you see the mobile symbol there?
Yes.
Second. But that is missing for Python. Means all kind of applications you can develop except mobile applications. But you see Java, C, C++, they are used for mobile applications. But Python is very less used as of now, right, for mobile applications. Okay, but apart from that, any other applications can be developed. But remaining all other advantages you see in Python, multi-programming features it has got with that only by any kind of applications can be developed. And today Python is used in writing automation scripts in IoT, in robotics, in AWS DevOps, right? Writing automation scripts for that scripting. And Python providing models for every environment. With that models, Python has got a popularity because in 1989 it was introduced, but up to 2010, most of them doesn't know that there was a programming language like Python. But because of this modular programming, especially for data science, machine learning, and for this big data environment, right? Python is mostly chosen. Most of the high-end technologies they are using Python today. Because of that, Python has got a great boom. Suddenly, it became super popular because of its scripting features, because of modular programming features, and also today in different types of applications like banking applications, other applications, they are choosing Python because of it is providing security features. Many modules it's provided, right, for networking environment, for operating system kinds of things, right? Yes. Even if you want to remove any element from here, x dot remove from the x list, remove 40 print x. That too, like a big, if you're a big application in Java, like 200 lines of Java code. The same thing if you are implementing in Python, not more than 30 to 40 lines. And in that, the 30 to 40 lines, half of the code will be automatically generated if you are using IDE or if you're using framework like Django, right? The two very less code in that, again, the 40% of the code will be automatically generated if you're using IDEs. Okay. So that's why people are attracted towards this Python, very less coding and simple syntaxes. And see, just appending removing the elements. Check this output. You added a new element 60. You have removed an element 40 right from this. Okay. For example, I'll show you one example of one module. Thousands of models Python has got 89,300. Commonly used module in Python. You can see how simple. Import a module called math. I want to see what is present within the math module. I'll say dir of math. I'll say dir of math. Observe. Mm, I'm saving it as maths.py. I'm saving it as maths.py. Run module. These are all the properties of math module. There are some variables like pi, there are some variables like e. Yes, I'll come back to your queries, right, Madhav? 1 second. So there are some variables like e, there are some variables like pi. So I just want to print them. If you want to print anything from this, so within the math module, there is a variable like pi. I, I want its value. Math.e, I want its value. Run module. Pi value 3.14, e value 2.71. And we don't need to write huge codings in Python. Built-in functionalities are available. Just you can use it and work with them. For example, if you want to find square root, you don't need to write the code like other programming language. You have got square root functionality. But okay, you don't know how to use it, how to work with it. There is a help function in Python, just like print function. There is a function called help function. Help on what? Help on what? Math.sqrt. I want help. Help on math.square root. Just say it is going to help you with the syntax. Help on built-in function square root in the module math. Help on built-in function square root in the module math. Square root expecting one value x returns the square root of x. It's expecting a value x. You're supposed it is clearly saying provide one value x. It is saying I'll return the square root of that x. So you got the syntax, right? So just it is asking you to provide one value within this math.sqrt. Provide one value x. I'm providing 16. It returns the square root of 16. Just check this. Run module. Square root of 16 is 4. Okay. Similarly, you just want help of some other thing, right? Anything if you doesn't know here. For example, POW is there. You don't know how to use this POW. In this way, for any other module, also data science or big data, or any other module, if you want help on math within the math module, I want help on POW. It just helps you run a run module. Say help on built-in function POW in the module math. This POW expecting two values returns x to the power of y. Returns x to the power of y. Returns x to the power of y. Clearly it is saying, right? Clearly what is the syntax it is saying? If it doesn't know, you provide two values. It returns x. This is the power symbol in Python. Clearly it is saying, right? Same way I will provide print math dot POW 10 comma 3 10 to the power of 3. Math.POW 10 comma 3 means 10 to the power of 3000, right? Yes. 1000, right? Yes. Okay. So similarly, I said generating graphs in Python is very simple. Just I'll take 5 more minutes before I go with this. Generating graphs in very simple. Just 3 to 4 lines I can generate graphs, normal graphs, bar graphs, histograms, scatter plots. Import. Here also we need to import matplotlib. Just understand the codings of Python. Do you see the previous example? Do you see any complex word in that? Math.py, math.square root, math.power. Want to print, I want the help. Same way, matplotlib. Within that, we have got a built-in function like pyplot. It's just I doesn't want to use this big name always like math, 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 math. Here also I need to use this every time in my line prefix before this pi or square root. So I doesn't want this big name. I can use alias name, a shortcut name as P or PLT I can use. So if you want to plot a graph, plot function is available. For that, you want some x coordinate values and y coordinates values too. I want x coordinates and y coordinates. I'll take some random values 1, 2, 3 as x coordinates. Y coordinates 5, 7, 4. 5, 7, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 4. Just a plt dot show. Plt dot show. Run it. Graph1 dot py. Just check it. A simple graph will be generated here. Just 3 lines code. Can you see a graph? X coordinate 1, 5. For 2, 7. For 3, it is 4. For 1, 5. For 2, 7. For 3, it is 4. Okay, simple graph. So similarly, if you want some task 30, 40, 50, 60 age values, income values are like this. For 30, 30,000. For 40, 40,000. For 50, 35,000. For 60, 50,000 in this way. Just check this a graph age and salaries. You got see 30, 30,000 for 40, 40. For 50, it is 35. For 60, it is 50,000. For 60, it is 50,000, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Now, for example, I doesn't want this. I doesn't want this. You can see some color here, blue color graph. I doesn't want in blue. I want in a different color. And I doesn't want in a solid graph. I want dotted graph. How simple, right? Just to give comma here after this. I want dotted one. And also I want a color as different color, green color, just like normal English statements. Just I want like dotted color green. Check this now. Run module, right? You got a graph in dotted format. And also like color is green. Previously it was blue. Instead of plot, if I give bar here, bar graph will be generated. Instead of HIST, if I give histogram will be generated. Here, instead of plot or HIST, if I say pie graph will be generated. If I say scatter plot will be generated. Just 2 minutes. So the same thing I'll copy. If I want to generate a pie graph, how simple generating a pie graph in Python? See, for example, mobile sales. I want to just analyze the mobile sales. Mobiles equal to names of mobiles. Samsung. Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus. These are the mobile names. Mobile names. See, sales are like this. For example, August sales are like this. For 45 for Samsung, 10 for Vivo, 15 for Oppo. This one, 25 for this. Or 30 for this, OnePlus. Now, I want a pie graph. I want a pie graph. I want a pie graph based on what? August sales. And in the output, I want some labels. Labels nothing but the mobile names only. Labels nothing but mobiles. And say plt dot show. Plt dot show, right? Yes. Okay. Can you see this, right? Yes. Mobiles, August sales, pie graph, plt dot show. Run this, run module, right? Yes. Samsung, OnePlus, Oppo, Vivo. Very simple, right? Generating graphs. See, with different colors you can got. Do you see any complex word here? Mobile names, their sales, a pie graph based on August sales. Sure. So it's very simple. The Python statements. Yesterday, as someone was asking, right? The codings looks very simple. Just show you some. I have showed you some couple of examples, 3 to 4 examples I showed you, like a graph, a modules. So in this way, you can work with this, right? Yes.
Is it possible to SQL Server and MySQL? Is it possible in Python?
Yes, we can connect. I am showing that we can connect with the MySQL Oracle databases and we can perform the operations. By writing Python code only, I'll create tables in your database. By writing Python code and if I execute go and check, table will be created. I write Python code and I'll execute go and check, data will be inserted. Writing Python code and execute go and check, the date table will be dropped. So all that from the Python level only I can perform.
In
That,
MySQL and SQL Server also we can execute in creating tables also possible.
yes, yes. So we can write, we can directly writing Python code and executing, and that you can see the reflection in the database, any database, right? I said we have got modules for MySQL, PyMySQL is available. For SQL Server, PyODBC is available. For Oracle, CX underscore Oracle, Python modules, just like how we have used Matplotlib here. For the same way, we have got modules for these databases. With that, directly we can connect, no need of writing huge codes. Directly we can write that SQL queries within this Python code in double quotes. The same, everything reflections are going check in that. You can see the results in that database, right? Fine. Okay, just to go to this course content, right? If you see the course content in brief, in depth, we'll be discussing about this Python core in advance and also people who go for full stack, right? So Python history, applications, features, versions, installations, Python operations, interactive mode, batch mode, IDs, constants, variables, input, output, escape sequences, strings, operators in Python, arithmetic, comparison, logical, assignment, bitwise, membership, IDs in Python, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections, Python lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions. You can check this, right? Functions in Python, modules in Python, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions, database access, Python data and time, OS module, Python geographic module, Excel module, data analytics, Python pandas module, NumPy module, and matplotlib module, right? Yes. And people, these 30 topics in brief, right? And apart from this, people who go for Python full stack, the Django framework in brief, nearly like 15 to 20 applications will be developing in this Django framework. You will get great command in this, and you will be given knowledge on this UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, MySQL database, right? Just, and let me make it clear, right? So just observe this, everyone, right? Python core and Python advanced 70 hours around we'll be spending, right? Not like 45 hours course with more working examples. You will get a great command on this. Around 2 months it takes, 6 days. And apart from this, people among from Python, if you go for Python full stack, Python frameworks also, right? Yes. So let me make it clear about the timings, right? Yes, Navya and this Madhav, right? So daily 1 hour, the class duration will be, right? Yes. So one second. UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Django framework, Flask framework, MySQL. Two frameworks I'll be discussing for Python in this full stack. People who go for full stack. And UI technologies will be discussed. MySQL and project will be discussed for this. So for Python, 70 hours, and for this frameworks, all these things, it takes 70 hours, 140 hours. 2 months for Python, 2 months for this frameworks, 4 months. Even if you want to go parallelly, also you can go parallelly, right? Python and Monday to Friday frameworks, right? Frameworks, Saturday and Sunday, there'll be weekend batches will be available. If you want to go parallel, you can go. Otherwise, one after the other, you can check. Python 6,000, framework 7,000, 13,000. But if you're taking the full package, full stack package, it's 12,000. And let me make it clear about this timings. 1 second. As requested by the many students, right? So because of this office timings and this, 1 second. Mm. Okay. First 1 week, it starts at 8 p.m. First 1 week, it starts at 1 p.m. Later, it will be at 9 p.m. It starts. So before you go with the payments, right, you are making clear about the timings. First 1 week at 8 p.m. Later, it starts at 9 p.m., right? Yes. So just check with these timings, right? So before you go with the payments, for first 1 week, it will start at 8, but later 9 p.m. Offerings from my side, you'll be getting the session videos, each and every session video, right? Yeah, 1 hour per day. Yes, it's 1 hour per day, right? Yes, but sometimes on Saturdays also will be having sessions. I'll be pre-intimating. So if you're running out of time, I'll be taking some bigger sessions on Saturdays. I'll pre-intimate at the end. And soft copies of the class notes, assignments, and tasks to work, and will be added to the WhatsApp group, and resumes and interview questions, live interactive sessions, 300 plus code examples, right? These things. You'll be getting the videos to your Google Drive, this soft notes to your mail or this WhatsApp group. You'll be added to the WhatsApp groups, right? And there's one more package available, right? I was talking big data analytics, Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and this Python Core in Advance also part of it. If you're taking this package, you'll get this Python Core in Advance also in it. This Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux will be weekend batch. Only on Saturdays and Sundays, you'll be having sessions. Up to 12 weekends it goes. 15,000 is the course fee. In this Python, you can attend in your normal regular batch. This whatever session you're attending now can continue with the same Monday to Friday for Python, and this will be in the weekends. All right, and this tomorrow Saturday at 5 p.m. tomorrow there is a demo for this. If you're interested with this package, 5 p.m. tomorrow. In the chart, you can see a big message given by the online team. A big message given by the online team, right? Yes, a very big message. You can see that course content details, contact details, all this, right, are mentioned in this. So tomorrow also there will be a session, right? Continuation to this instead of giving a break for this. Tomorrow also there will be a session. Yes. At same time at 8 o'clock. And you can see this contact details of the online team, the payment details, other things. Yes, yes. Any other queries, right? Anyone? Yeah. Just I was briefing you about Python. In the next tomorrow session, right? I will be just starting with this Python installations, Python execution modes, Python installations, Python execution modes, Python versions, right? IDs, Python editors, right? So tomorrow just we'll be going to start with this actual things. So attend tomorrow session, same time at 8 o'clock. More discussion on this, right? Fine. So I'll stop for now. If there are no other queries, then I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow at 8 p.m. same time using the same link, right? Tomorrow you can attend that, but from Monday onwards, the link will be changing. You're supposed to get enrolled for them from Monday session, right? So tomorrow session you can attend with the same link, same time to see the installations, execution modes, other things, right? Yes. So thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.
Thank you.